What's up, everybody? John McClain here, and I gotta say, after over a decade of being a firearms owner, I'm gonna admit something that's a little embarrassing, and that is that I have finally gotten a proper gun safe. For the last 12 years or so, I've been using other means, whether or not it was the cable locks or even a gun cabinet, and finally it was just time to get a gun safe. So we got this Canon 48 gun safe. Now I want to go over some of the things that I like and some of the things that I don't like about this thing.
So again, this is a Canon 48 gun safe that I got from Tractor Supply Warehouse for $5.99, and the biggest reason was because of that little one right there is why I wanted to have a proper gun safe. Now, on initial review, it kind of looks nice. I mean, it looks decent. Everything was pretty solid, and it wasn't too heavy to get in. I just needed one more person to help me. The door already comes with these little elastic pieces that you can put firearms in, or pouches for paperwork and magazines. And I mean, on initial inspection, it does look pretty decent. However, as you can tell, anything that has an optic or a pistol grip or anything like that, you're not fitting more than 48. You probably get a third of that. As you can see, it barely fits my 3-gun shotgun. Now it's kind of my fault for having such a long tube. Now, the other thing you'll notice is that the shelf units, the tracks are only on one side of the safe, not on the other. So that kind of limits your ability there. And I mean, the other thing, this was brand new, and you can see how kind of cheap this little covering is over this wood. I mean, I didn't even put a gun in, and that was already peeling off. So the other thing that this safe was notorious from the reviews was that while I was removing the sticker, the paint came off with it. I mean, come on.
Now look, I am by no means an expert in safes or their technologies and the steels and how they're constructed and stuff, okay? However, what I will say is, do I think this is a terrible safe? No. I mean, some of the things are cheaply made, but at the same time, I only paid $5.99 for it. And in some aspects, I mean, I don't say that you always get what you pay for, but sometimes you get what you pay for. And the purpose of this safe was, I mean, twofold. One was to keep my firearms safe from my children and from anyone that let's just say anyone that I don't want to have easy access to my firearms. And two, is to just try and slow someone down from trying to get into them. And my gun cabinet, while with all my firearms in it, was heavy. It wasn't that hard to move. This one is definitely going to be harder to move now that it's fully loaded. So it's going to be a little bit more obvious if someone's trying to take it out of my house in order to take it somewhere to get it open, or they're going to have to use a little bit more serious hardware to get inside it. So what I will say is, for $5.99, I think it's going to do what it is meant to do. Okay. I might do a review maybe later on after I've had some time, maybe 6 months or a year, and let you know if there are any other shortcomings that have come from owning this safe, or anything that I really regret about buying this safe. But as of right now, we've had it for a couple weeks. The paint, okay, it chipped off. And when I went to Canon at SHOT Show last week, I showed them the pictures and I showed them the video, and they said that you can get in contact with them and they will send you some touch-up paint to put on the product, which I was like, okay, yeah, that's nice. It's kind of stupid that you have to offer that, but I guess that's kind of nice that you'll send me some paint so that this thing looks good in my living room. But with that being said, like I said, that was the Canon 48 gun safe from Tractor Supply Co., not Warehouse, Tractor Supply Co., for $5.99. And I mean, something's better than nothing. But if you got more money, then yeah, go ahead and get a nicer safe or a bigger safe or whatever. But I think for someone that's kind of on a budget, and when you're on a budget and beggars can't be choosers, so far it seems like it's a decent option.